The committee will come to order. Quorum being present, the committee meets today to consider the oversight plan of the committee for the 114th Congress. Without objection, the Chair is authorized to declare a recess at any time. The oversight plan for the 114th Congress describes the subjects the committee intends to review, evaluate, and investigate this Congress pursuant to legislative jurisdiction and its broad jurisdiction under House Rule 10. Our mission is to ensure efficiency, effectiveness, and accountability of the Federal Government and all of its agencies. We have drafted an oversight plan that fulfills this obligation, and I urge all the committee members to support it. I thank Ranking Member Cummings for his comments and contributions. I appreciate the interaction between our respective staff. Every edit that your staff proposed is reflected in the plan before us, and it is a better plan because of it. We've had good interaction, and I hope that continues. This time, Mr. Cummings, if you'd like to make an opening statement, I yield to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I want to start off by thanking you, Mr. Chairman, as well as your staff for working with me on the committee's oversight plan for the 114th Congress. The plan we are considering today includes every suggestion made by the minority. We appreciate being able to work together in such cooperative way, and we also appreciate the respect that you have given not only our members but our employees. There are a number of issues included in the oversight plan that have the potential for effective bipartisan oversight. For example, the committee commits to examine the causes and effects of critical pharmaceutical drug shortages and increases in the price of certain generic drugs. This is a big issue for me. It affects every single person in this room's constituents, everyone. And it's something that I think, Mr. Chairman, just shining the light on this issue will cause change to come about. And that is an issue I've worked on for several years now, and I feel strongly that something must be done to protect the patients from increasing drug costs. Another important issue is the oversight of cybersecurity. The committee plans to examine breaches of government, contractor, and private sector networks. The committee will also examine the role of Federal agencies in managing and responding to cyber threats and risks to the private sector. The committee also plans to conduct oversight to ensure that the Federal Housing Finance Agency is implementing policies that protect homeowners from abusive mortgage origination and servicing practices that maximize assistance to homeowners. Again, these are things that go to the center of people's lives. I've said to you, Mr. Chairman, and I said it in a press conference we held this morning, I think it's very important for us to make sure that government operates properly, that the taxpayers' dollars are properly spent, and that government operates in an effective and efficient manner. But there's something else that we must do, and that is we must do what the American people want us to do, and that is make their lives better. And I'm hoping that at the end of this year or the next 2 years, we'll be able to look back and say not only did we make government accountable, but we also were able to do those things that made the lives of our constituents better, and so that they can look forward to generations yet unborn and know that they are going to be better off because of our actions. And with that, I yield back.
I thank you. And I will hold the record open for 5 legislative days for any member who would like to submit a written statement. We will now open the oversight plan for consideration. Without objection, the oversight plan of the committee will be considered as read and open for amendment at any point. The plan has already been distributed and should be in each of your folders. The clerk will now designate.
Oversight Plan, Committee on Oversight and Government Reform, U.S. House of Representatives, 114th Congress.
Does any member wish to speak on the oversight plan?
Chairman.
Gentlewoman from District of Columbia.
Mr. Chairman, I'm pleased with the way in which you have worked with this side on the oversight plan. I simply wanted to mention, and we have to keep in mind that this committee has jurisdiction over the entire government. And so several of the sections here are of special interest. I'm sure members serve on other committees where some of these issues are discussed. Under Homeland Security, I'm pleased that you are focusing on Homeland Security. This committee held extensive hearings before the department was created, and that was the consolidation of agencies spread throughout the region because of our concern that in the event of a terrorist attack or for that matter, what is even more likely, the kinds of disasters, that there would not be the kind of consolidation. It's been very slow to occur. It is now proceeding. But it does seem to me that it is right and proper for this committee, which was, I believe, even the lead committee in authorizing the Department of Homeland Security to look at when are we going to get there, how will this consolidation take place, particularly as we see the rise of ISIL, yet a new security threat. So under Homeland Security, you also have visas and passports. I've always been for extending as many of these as of right visas as possible. With ISIL now upon us, seeing what has happened in Europe, and for that matter, even in the United States, with people traveling abroad, I do think it is time to look at visas, particularly those from countries, and including our own, where visas are automatically allow you entry into the United States. And I thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank the gentleman. Does any other member wish to speak on the oversight plan? Does any member wish to offer an amendment to the oversight plan? If there is no further discussion, I urge support for the oversight plan and move that the Committee on Oversight and Government Reform approve the oversight plan for the 114th Congress. I would also note that we have a quorum present. The question is on adopting the plan. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. In the opinion of the Chair, the ayes have it. The ayes have it, and the resolution is agreed to. The resolution is approved. This business meeting is now going to be adjourned. I would remind members that we do have a hearing at 2 o'clock. We do anticipate votes on the floor of the House, and that should happen prior to the 2 o'clock hour. So we will begin the 2 o'clock hearing as soon as we're done with votes. With that, we stand adjourned.